Hello friend, today we are going to discuss about form events in JavaScript. We already see key down, key press, key up in our previous video. If you want to watch that video, please find an I button. Okay, in this video we are start from focus. Okay, now this is the document which I am using. First of all, I have index.html and after that we have script.js, and you can see we have basic form event folder, and within this folder we have index.html and script.js. Okay, now after that we have to just provide the IDs to this element that we are using. First I provide the ID to my first name tag. Okay, now here I choose f name, and after that I just use an event on focus. You can provide any event with the help of inline event of HTML. You can just provide on and after that the event name, and here we have to call a function focus function, and after that round braces. Okay, now here we call the function, and after that round braces, and after that we provide the curly bracket, and after that you can see we have to target this f name. So that's why we use document dot get element by id, and here we provide id name f name, and after that we provide the style link. By default it is changing the border width and provide the black color. We just change the background color. Style dot background equals to, we provide the color lime. Okay, and after that we provide semicolon, and now let's save. When I click here, you can see the color of this first name is changed with lime color, and when we provide the same function, when we provide the same event to the other input box, then it will show the same behavior. For example, when I click here, you can see nothing is changed. Now I just copy this, and I just paste here, and here we have to provide this, and also here we provide this, and also in date of birth I provide function onfocus and provide here this, and here also. For example, let's see it will work on button or not. Okay, now here I paste the function name, and after that we provide this is used call instant variable. For example, I choose here element. Okay, now it is unknown. I just remove this all because we targeting this here element. Okay, now after that let's save. Now when I click here, you can see the color is changed. It means it's working fine. When I click here, you can see again it is working fine. When I click here, you can see when I click here it will gone. Why? Because when we click on refresh, it change the color, but it also refresh. You can see when I click here it work, when I click here it will work, when I click here, or just look it carefully on submit button. When I click change the color, and after that it refresh. Okay, so this is how it works. But when I click it appear, but our focus is changed. First is first name, and after that last name, and after that on date. Not remove the background color. For that we have to call another function with name on blur. It is used to remove the focus. For example, I just name it blur function. For simplification, I just copy this and paste everywhere of the event, everywhere on the input tag. Okay, I just remove not using on submit button. Why? Because it is refresh and we will not see the changes. Okay, that's why I just remove the all event of submit button. Okay, now after that I just define the function. Here I just copy this function, and after that we have to provide, and here we have to just remove the color. Okay, now here we have to use element, and here also we will have to provide this keyword, this, and here again we have to provide this. Okay, now after that we have to provide one more here, this. Okay, now let's save. When I click here, you can see the color is not changed. Here you can see it will not appear. Why? Because there is a name error, because we are calling focus twice. That's why it first display the color and then remove the color. That's why here we have to use blur, because we provide the name blur. On blur event we provide blur function. Okay, now let's save. When I click here, you can see it will appear. When I click here, it will shift to this, because the focus is changed. It will remove the background color. Okay, when I click here, you can see it will shift to this date input. Okay, after blur event we have input event. For that we have to create a div with id test, and after that I also provide the style. Here I provide border 1 pixel solid red, and after that I provide here a break. First let's save. You can see it is touched, so I just provide here break tag. Now let's save. You can see now it is clear. Now after that we have to call on input event. For that we have to just provide here. Okay, we have to just provide here on input, and after that I just name it input function. Okay, now here I also provide this keyword, this, and I just copy this and paste in the another input field. Okay, and after that I just define the function on function input function, and after that I provide element here again, and after that curly bracket I use element dot value, and I have to store in a variable. So that I create a variable where a equals to this, and after that we target document dot get element by id, and here I provide the id name test, and after that we target inner html and equals to x. Now after that I just save this. Now here when I click, and after that I provide hi. Okay, here I have to change x with a. Now let's save. Here I provide hi, hello friend. You can see when I type it will just appear here. When I click here and I provide hi, how are you? You can see it will just give you the text when I. So this is how we can call focus, blur and input event in JavaScript. See, change, select, submit and invalid event in JavaScript. Okay, now we'll see how we can practically implement change event in JavaScript. First of all, there's a similarity between input event and change event. When you type, and it will just appear here, you can, I just remove and I just provide hello, you can see it is simultaneously running. But on change, when I just remove the focus, then it will appear. For example, I just create another div, I just copy this, I just copy and paste here, and after that I just provide the test1, and after that I just provide the color blue. Now let's save first of all. Okay, here I just provide a break PR tag. Now let's save. Okay, now it is fine. Now after that I just use in first input field, I just use the on input, and in second I just use on change in event. Okay, on change event, and here also I provide change function. Now I just copy this function and provide in here, I just use element again, and after that I just provide var a equals to element dot value, and after that we use document dot get element by id, and after that I provide the id name test1, and after test1, and after that we provide inner html and equals to a, and after that we provide semicolon. Let's save. We have first input field, we have on input, and in second we have on change. First I just type hello on both of them. You can see it is simultaneously running. When I provide hello here also hello, you can see nothing is changed, but when I just remove the focus, you can see hello is printed. And for example, if I provide here a predefined value, for example value equals to bro learner, for example I just provide another value here, value hi friend. Now let's save. You can see when I just remove focus, you can see nothing is printed. Okay, when I just provide some text here, you can see it will appear to our div. Okay, similarly here we have to provide something, and when I just remove the focus, you can see it will print it. Okay, now after that we have event select. Now select is used when we have some text. For example, we have this text, and here I just use on select. Okay, now after that we have to provide the function select function, and after that we have to provide this round bracket. Okay, now I just copy this, and here we provide the functionality in JavaScript function. Here I use console.log, and after that I just provide you select some text. Now let's save. Here I open the console. Okay, now when I select some text, you can see it appear. When I select again, you can see, or when we provide the same function, here I just copy this and provide here also. Now when I just refresh, when I select here, you can see when I select here, it will appear twice. Okay, this is how select work. When you can use this event in any text area, any input field. Okay, now after that we have submit function. For submit, we have to provide it on the form. Okay, we have to just provide on submit, and after that we provide the function name submit. Okay, now after that we have to provide the submit here. Okay, now here I just use alert, and after that we provide text your form is successfully submitted. Now let's save. Here you can see we have button. When I click here, you can see your form is successfully submitted. Okay, when you provide console, by default it is refreshes. When you click submit, it refresh the browser. For example, when I just click, you can see, okay, here you can see we have in console you selected some text. Okay, when I click here, you can see it hold for the alert, but when I click here, you can see the console is gone, the text on console is gone. Okay, so that we have to provide alert. Okay, now after that we have invalid. Okay, for example, if we provide here, this is a first name input field, and here I provide, and here I provide required, and after that let's save. When I click on submit, you can see it is a inbuilt feature of HTML5 which tell us that we have to provide some value because it is a required field. And after that, if I don't want this yellow pop-up, I just want to just show an alert box, then we provide here on invalid, and after that we can provide the function, or we can directly provide here alert, and after that round braces, and here we have to provide in single quote because we already take double quote. Okay, here we provide please enter the first name. Now after that we save. Now when I try to submit, you can see it shows us please enter the first name. Okay, I just provide the type to our first name. Okay, here I provide the type email. When I just submit, you can see it will tell us that it is a required field, and if I provide some name hello and so on, like something a random text, and when I try to submit this, it will shows us we have to provide @. When I provide @ and then submit, it will show us that we have to provide the .com, something like xyz.com. Now after that we can submit this, you can see this pop-up because we provide this alert box on submit event. You can clearly see. Okay, now if we want to provide on invalid, and here we have to provide please enter a correct email ID. Now let's save. When I submit, you can see the pop-up. When I provide this and after that I submit, you can see I successfully submit the form. So this is how we can call form events. So that's it for today's video. Hope you like this video. If you did, please subscribe my channel, share with your friend, and bye bye.